Hi and welcome to the Digital Technology or Digitech GCSE presentation. My name is Mr. Eldridge and I'll be the one that's teaching the pupils throughout the GCSE. So I choose a GCSE in Digitech. The WJC GCSE qualification in Digital Technology is a broad-based qualification that allows learners to build on their digital skills, knowledge and understanding that is used both in their school and everyday lives. And that's really vital because not just in school that they're developing these skills, but with technology advancing these days and broadening sort of the opportunities for pupils, we need to take into account those skills that they're using at home as well. The qualification will allow learners to develop their understanding of a range of digital technology systems at use in our connected and globalized society. Through using social media, for instance, that connection is amplified, so we need to sort of develop some skills around that. It will also allow learners to explore the ever-evolving nature of digital technology systems and how these systems can be used productively, creatively and safely. So what will you study? The subject content and assessment requirements are designed to ensure learners develop an appropriate breadth and depth of knowledge, understanding and skills in digital technology. So the GCSE is broken down into 3 units. The first unit is the digital world, the second unit digital practices and the third unit communicating in the digital world. So I'm going to go through those individually. So the first unit then, the digital world, this one is the examination, so the theory element of the GCSE. This is going to be an online examination or an on-screen examination. This is the first time now that the pupils would have probably done this online, especially at a GCSE. And it's going to be worth 40% of the qualification, so a fair chunk of the qualification here in the theory work. So the overview of the unit then will include digital technology systems, the value of digital technology, and the perspectives on digital technology. So if we break that down, there's going to be areas of content, so learners should be given the opportunity to develop their knowledge and understanding of the 6 areas below. So the first one will be about data, so they'll look at analog and digital data, measure and storing data. The digital technology systems, pupils will look at the digital devices and means of interacting and connecting with them. The features of operating systems, and there's various operating systems out there, whether that be Apple, Windows or Linux for instance. There's different software types and functions, data backup, cloud services, with the fact that you can back up now to cloud. This is really vital to learn. And then a system development life cycle as well. So for instance, car park barriers, there's a sensor that recognises a car, pulls up to the barrier goes up, and then another sensor to recognise it's gone past and the barrier comes down. So all of these sort of life cycles of those systems there. Then going to look at digital communications, so looking at a range of communicating methods for personal, social and business users, the reliability of online sources, and a lot of pupils do sort of a lot of research in other subjects as well, but how reliable are these sources that they're searching? So we'll look at that in depth. And social networking practices and ownership. I mentioned at the start about social media and social networking, and it's taken over pupils' lives or teenagers' lives really these days, and there's definitely sort of benefits to it, but also some negatives that we need to sort of focus on and look at those as well to make sure that the pupils are safe. The impact of digital systems on organisations and individuals, so we look at the effectiveness and benefits of that, the implementation of these digital systems, changing working practices and relationships between producers, manufacturers, distributors and consumers. So using digital technology these days, it's revolutionised the way in which these different sectors work. And the rise of services and monetizing content, so looking at marketing and advertising and how that's affected businesses, and sort of potentially gaining a lot more profit than what currently used to be around before digital technology. Then we'll look at securing data and systems, so the range of threat to data and cybersecurity, resilience controls, digital footprints, legal and ethical responsibilities, including privacy and trust as well. And then the last one, changing digital technologies. We're going to look at key milestones, including contributors from individuals, so what individuals have done to develop technological systems, the evolution of that tech, including into autonomous vehicles or VR, augmented reality, for example, and then new and emerging technology trends that are currently in existence also. So that covers Unit 1 and, as I said, the theory part of the GCSE. Unit 2 looks at digital practices. So this is a non-examination assessment which is worth 45 hours. This will be a controlled assessment as well, so this work will be required to take place in class. This is worth also 40% of the qualification, so a big chunk from this coursework. So the overview of this unit then, pupils will interrogate a spreadsheet database to start with, and then using that data that they've interrogated, they will start informing decisions to create their digital products. So the areas of content for this, learners should be given the opportunity to develop their knowledge, skills, understanding of the 5 areas below. So looking at data organization, data analysis or analytics, they then plan digital products, developing digital products, and evaluating that completed digital product. Now this will be creating a website, and within that website then will sit their game, so they will develop a game. But around this, there is a lot of documentation, so be wary of that in terms of the writing side of things. It's not all about developing a game and a website, so need to think about that really. So the third unit, in terms of communicating in the digital world. So this again is a non-examination assessment, so this will roughly take around 15 hours to complete. Controlled assessment again, so in school. It'll be worth 20% of the qualification, so a smaller chunk of the GCSE in this one. So the overview of the unit, we'll look at social media and online marketing communication, and then based around the research that's been put into this social media, where they will then create their own digital asset and planning digital communications. So again, breaking down the areas of content, they'll look at forms of online marketing communications, looking at characteristics and demographics of social media. They'll look then at the impact that this might have on online marketing communications and how businesses currently use social media for their marketing strategies. And then creating their digital assets. So they will be creating a video based around a particular scenario that the WGC will give us. And then they will look at planning that digital communication and evaluating it as well. So like Unit 2, there will be a fair bit of documentation around the creation of the video, so bear that in mind. But again, thinking about the practical aspect of it, creating the video around a digital marketing campaign. So these are the 3 units that are covered in that. So this will be the assessment opportunities then. So I mentioned about the Unit 1, it's going to be an on-screen examination, which will be an hour and a half. So that's worth 40% of the qualification. The non-examinations then are based around the coursework, and that will be controlled assessments, so therefore needing to be done in school. In terms of career opportunities then, thinking about studying a GCSE, a digital technology, and where could that take you later on then afterwards. So the qualification is designed for learners who wish to begin their journey towards a career that utilises digital technology, or to progress onto advanced level programs of learning involving digital technologies. And digital technology or computing these days is vast, around many different sectors in the world. So a GCSE in digital technology will support many career paths. So thank you very much for listening. I hope this has been worthwhile, and I look forward to meeting you in the future. If you do have any other questions about the course, please email myself at eldridgem@pontyhigh.co.uk. Diolch yn fawr.